Now, I never seen that before. Police following an ambulance with lights on. It must be one of their own in there. Whoever's in there, I hope they be okay. In Jesus' name, Jesus' blood, protect them. Heal them from injuries, from illnesses. In Jesus' name. I try to treat people how I want to be treated. And sometimes it get me in trouble because people, they look at that as a weakness, but don't never get it twisted, honey. I'm nowhere near weak. Because I can sniff it out real fast. And when I do, if I catch myself, I catch myself. If I don't, yeah. Okay, this is my old stomping grounds. This is my old neighborhood. Okay. This right here is what's it called? It's a daycare. Operation Breakthrough is the name of it now. But back in the day, it was a different name. And this building that has the the walk-through thing attached to it, that building right there used to be the post office back in 1989. This strip mall right here recently was brought the owner of it, he used to have a business down the street, a furniture business, a used furniture business down the street, and he recently sold it about a year ago. And the person who brought it is doing some improvements on this side and this side. Right here, I had a friend that used to have a barber shop right here. He was killed about 5 or 6 years ago. I don't know the reason why, but he was murdered. He was shot in the head. And it's unsolved. And this right here, back in the day, was just land. Back in the 80s, that I can remember. We used to live right around the corner behind this building, some apartment buildings. It's my old stomping ground. And this building right here was a soup kitchen. It was a community place for you to come and get help with your utilities, for schooling, housing, clothing, whatever you need assistance with. That building right there, they're doing some improvements, so they're not even in that building no more. I don't know if they're gonna go back to that building or not, but yeah, it's my old stomping ground. And if y'all don't know, Walt Disney, he had his very first start around the corner down this street where these cars are going to. It's on the corner about a block down, and that's where he first started his business. A guy brought it back in the day about 4 or 5 years ago, and somebody accidentally ran into the building, and they was doing some improvement to it. They was gonna get it up and back and running again, but I guess they didn't have no insurance for it, so it's a no-go for right now. So I don't know what they're gonna do about it. But this is my old stomping ground. Okay, I'm gonna walk down here a little bit of ways. They are really doing a lot of improvement. I mean, they putting some money in these buildings. It didn't used to be windows, baby. They doing, oh, this look nice. This is his building right here. And he owned it, but oh, it's gutted out and everything. They doing some goodness. Okay. Down there at the end of the block, the building on the corner used to be TGY. Who remember TGY back in the day? It's no more. It's not a business no more. But it used to be TG&Y. Now it's a Family Dollars. And I remember when I was a little girl, this building right here used to have like several small businesses in there. And it was an African-American lady who had her own popcorn shop. And I went in there a couple of times, and I remember her giving me some popcorn. She was a nice older lady. She's probably deceased by now, because that was back in the late 80s and early 90s. And it was about 4 or 5 years ago, there was a $5 church. Yes, I said it right. A $5 church. Somewhere around here. Now, you may say, what is a $5 church? A $5 church is a church that they will pay you. They will pay you to come visit their church and to listen to the word. And after the church, they give everybody $5 bill. $5 bill. $5 bill. That's what you call a $5 church. They moved. It's still up and running, but the church is somewhere downtown. Yeah, I mean, this is my old stomping ground, you guys. You just don't understand. These are memories. My brother used to be in a boys' home back in the day. He got out. He was in a boys' home for, I want to say about 10 years, 10, 12 years. And he got out of the home and came home very first time, 1988 is when he came home. No, 1989, yeah, because he came home in October of 1989, left about a month later to go to job court in St. Louis, Missouri. He got in some trouble down there, and they told him that he had to come back. So he came back, but he didn't make it back home. Unfortunately, he got hit by a car and died. And he just turned 17. So that was my big brother. I miss him. I love him to life. I'm not going to say love him to death, because I do believe he is still living among us, but we just can't see him physically. He's here spiritually. Love you, Russell Loud. That's my baby, Russell Orlando Loud. He will be in his 50s by now. Somewhere in his 50s. This is my old stomping ground, y'all. This is some memories up here. Memories. I would love to have a shop up here with my business, because this is where I started everything, right here. Well, not everything, but majority of a portion of my life when I was young. I think I was like 7 or 8 years of age at the time. Yeah, when I started my stomping ground here. Matter of fact, let me tell y'all something. When we found out my sister was pregnant, we got so happy. We walked from behind this building here, because we lived in the small buildings over there. We walked from here all the way down there, 2 blocks down, and it was a thriftway. I believe it was a thriftway at the time. And me and my brother, we brought a coconut, a whole coconut, to celebrate my sister's pregnancy. Although she was 15, we was happy because we just lost a brother. We just lost my brother, so we have another member of the family coming. So we was extremely happy. And he is now a very successful filmmaker. He works with Montel Williams and other stars in Hollywood. He travels around the world, making money. He is my baby. Yeah, he is in his 30s right now. In his 30s. These are my old stomping grounds. Memories.